Now I'm realizing why Sadhguru won't come and connect with me. Why he won't connect with me and why he won't open his mouth about me and confirm my truth to the world. As more is being revealed to me by Galima and now planet Saturn as well. On Sadhguru's YouTube channel, I've heard him say, be inclusive. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure his audience worldwide have heard him say, be inclusive. But as more is being revealed to me, seems like Sadhguru is surrounded by people who are the opposite of that. Or he is surrounding himself by people, especially men, who are the opposite, who hold the opposite ideology. They are not inclusive. They don't want to be inclusive, especially when it comes to people of other religions. I can see that religion is a factor here. Religion and religious practices is a factor here. With Sadhguru and Sadhguru's community, maybe not all of Sadhguru's community, whether that's, at Isha Foundation in India or worldwide online community. And his board members, the board members of Isha Foundation, they don't seem to be very inclusive. They're not. Kali Ma and planet Saturn, they're telling me that right now. I'm channeling. Why is this coming up again? Because I posted that video on Sadhguru yesterday. And then later on, I noticed that somebody disliked that video, that there was one dislike on that video. And as usual, I was just wondering who could that be, and Kali Ma and planet Saturn told me Shastri. That's the word I got. That's the first word I got. Shastri. Then I got board member, meaning a Shastri who is a board member at Isha Foundation. One of Sadhguru's board members at Isha Foundation disliked my video from yesterday. I suppose he didn't think that I would know, or that I could know, because I'm sure, and that also, confirms to me that that board member watched that video from me. He didn't like it, and so he disliked the video. And, maybe he thought that because he's just sitting behind a computer screen or a phone screen or a laptop screen, whatever he uses to watch YouTube, I'm sure he thought that because he's sitting behind a computer screen and I cannot see him, so he can just dislike my video, and like he can just watch me and dislike my video and I wouldn't know who it is. But with Kali Ma and planet Saturn being around, of course I would know who it is. And I've just said so. It's a Shastri sitting on the board of Isha Foundation. He's a board member of Isha Foundation. He's one of Sadhguru's board members. And since my soul, my spirit, which is Atma for Hindus, didn't have a Hindu incarnation or reincarnation in this lifetime. So this human aspect, this human self, had to look up what Shastri means, because I'm not familiar with, Hinduism like that. This human, my soul is, but this human isn't, because this is the human that my soul was born into in this lifetime or incarnation or reincarnation of my soul. I hope I'm being clear, but some people may understand me and some people may not, but I'm trying to be as clear as possible with that. So, who is a Shastri? I looked it up. Right. Google is telling me a Shastri is typically a Hindu, as the title historically refers to a scholar of Hindu religious texts called Shastras. It is a traditional title and surname in India given to individuals well versed in Hindu scriptures, philosophy, and law, and often describes someone who serves as an educator or priest within the Hindu tradition. Now, scholar of religious texts. The most common meaning of Shastri is a scholar who is an expert in the Shastras, the sacred Hindu scriptures and texts. Historical title. The title has been historically bestowed upon those who dedicate themselves to the study of Hindu traditions. I'm just going to leave it there. That's enough. Now, I also got a bit more on this Shastri. Kali Ma and planet Saturn gave me religious bigot with him. Now, let's see what that means. Right, here we go. Google is telling me a religious bigot is a person who is intolerant of other religious beliefs, practices, or a lack of belief, holding strong, unreasonable views and disliking those with different religions or faiths. This intolerance is a form of religious bigotry, which can manifest as prejudice and discrimination against individuals or groups based on their religion. Now, what a religious bigot is, or what is a religious bigot? Unreasonably intolerant. A religious bigot holds strong, unreasonable beliefs and is prejudiced against those with different religions or faiths, or no religion or faith. Intolerant of beliefs and practices. They are intolerant of another person's religious beliefs, practices, religion, or faith, or lack thereof. Dislike others. They dislike people who have different beliefs or ways of life, or who have a different religion. Examples of religious bigotry: refusing to hire someone because of their religion, making offensive remarks about another person's religious group. Oh, I've already experienced this with Sadhguru's nephew, commenting on my channel a while back, thinking that I wouldn't know that it was him behind that fake ID that he used to comment on my YouTube comment section, or to comment in my YouTube comment section. Well, but I knew that that was him behind that fake ID. I knew that that was Sadhguru's nephew behind that fake ID too. Right, so I've already experienced this with Sadhguru's nephew as well, because he was watching me too, you see, because, well, I've already exposed him as well here on my channel. Now, let's go on. Denying someone something because they are of a different religion. So I guess we can say that there's the Hindu-Muslim religious tension there, right? Unreasonably demanding that a religious institution admit only members of its own sect. Now, religious institution. I don't know if I can call Isha Foundation a religious institution, but it is certainly an organization, an institution. I guess maybe you can call it a religious institution too. Maybe you can bring religion into it too, because, well, there's a lot of religion in there and a lot of Hindu religious practices that, that go on at Isha Foundation. But yeah, and then unreasonably demanding that a religious institution admit only members of its own sect. Now, is sect coming into it as well? I see. So these are the kind of people, or men especially, that Sadhguru is surrounding himself with. We had already warned him about this, me and Kali Ma. Or well, Kali Ma mainly, through me, in our previous videos, because I think this is the fourth person that I'm exposing around Sadhguru and to do with Isha Foundation. Now, of course, as I've already said, that I've already exposed Sadhguru's nephew, who was watching me as well and who was paying a practitioner of dark arts, thinking that he was some sort of a guru when, yeah, maybe a guru on the dark side of things, like, a dark practitioner. So he made a fool out of Sadhguru's nephew, making him think that, oh, he was some guru when he was actually, or is actually, a dark practitioner behind closed doors. So maybe he pretends to be a guru, like that's his front, but then behind closed doors, he's a dark practitioner. He's an Aghori dark practitioner, which Sadhguru's nephew hired to kind of take me out, do death magic on me and take me out, kill me. I've already exposed Sadhguru's nephew here on my channel. Now that's one person. Then we also exposed Sadhguru's chief accountant and how he was doing money laundering behind Sadhguru's back. Sadhguru doesn't know about it, or didn't know about it. And I'm getting he still hasn't done anything about that either, even though we've warned him to do something about that, because he could get in trouble for that if it ever gets out, or if anyone ever finds out. But anyway, my duty and our duty, me and Kali Ma, our duty was to inform Sadhguru to do the right thing. But if he's ignored our advice regarding that as well, then nothing we can do, nothing I can do. Right. That's okay. So that's now two people, two men. And then we exposed a board member who was a retired politician who was like, oh, don't talk about aliens. And he was holding Sadhguru back as well from connecting with me. And now this board member, this Shastri, who's obviously watching me, and he watched the last video on Sadhguru that I posted yesterday and disliked it and thought maybe I wouldn't know because I cannot see him behind, hiding behind a computer screen or phone screen, whatever he was using to watch me or whatever he uses to watch me. But of course, as I said, I can tell because Kali Ma tells me, planet Saturn tells me, because I'm connected to Kali Ma. I'm directly connected to Kali Ma, and I'm directly connected to planet Saturn. So, well, I don't even want to go into that deeply right now because most people wouldn't even understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that's 4 people now on Sadhguru's side that I've exposed here on my channel, and a couple of them also exposed themselves because Sadhguru's nephew ended up commenting on my channel a while back with a fake ID. But of course, I knew that it was him behind that fake ID. And now this board member who, watched and disliked my video, and that was enough for me to notice. And then I'm like, okay, now who is that? And then he was revealed to me as well. So Sadhguru's nephew, Sadhguru's chief accountant, and 2 of Sadhguru's board members now that I have exposed and we have exposed here on my channel. Right. So these are the kind of people, these are the kind of men in particular that Sadhguru is surrounding himself with, who are not inclusive at all. And they don't want to be inclusive towards people of other religions, etc., sects, caste, etc. They're not open to it. Sadhguru is, I'm getting, but these other men around Sadhguru, they're not open to it. They're not inclusive at all. So these people, these men on Sadhguru's side, they've been watching me and keeping an eye on me. Okay, I'm getting maybe Sadhguru's nephew isn't watching me anymore. Well, yeah, of course, I exposed him. So, and now this board member, this Shastri, is exposed as well. And as I said, I exposed another retired politician board member a little while back as well. And Sadhguru's chief accountant, though that is to do with money laundering and stealing money from Isha Foundation and from Sadhguru. That's, the chief accountant thing is to do with that. So this is the kind of men sitting on Isha Foundation board. And this is the kind of crowd that Sadhguru is surrounding himself with. Well, Kali Ma and planet Saturn are saying their time is up. Because I remember in a previous video, going back a bit, I was channeling Kali Ma and I was telling Sadhguru what Kali Ma was telling me to tell him is that he needs to clean up Isha Foundation from these kind of people, these kind of men, especially in particular. And what I did not say before, but that's another message that has been coming through from Kali Ma for Sadhguru, is that, and planet Saturn now as well, is that Sadhguru needs to downsize. You need to downsize, Sadhguru, when it comes to Isha Foundation. I guess that connects with the message coming from Kali Ma that you need to clean up the mess at Isha Foundation and you need to downsize Isha Foundation. Now, I just want to have a quick word with this Shastri watching me. I hope that he's still watching and that he watches till the end. Now, if you're a Shastri, how do you not have knowledge of the soul or spirit, which is Atma for Hindus? That soul or spirit or Atma can be born into any religion and different religions in different lifetimes or incarnations or reincarnations of a soul or spirit or Atma. The same soul or spirit or Atma can be born into different religions in different lifetimes or incarnations or reincarnations of the soul or of that soul. So the same Atma can be born into different religions in different lifetimes, incarnations or reincarnations of that Atma, of that soul, that spirit. And if you don't know that basic fact when it comes to the soul, spirit, or Atma, then what kind of Shastri are you? Your knowledge is incomplete. And that is exactly how I am the reincarnation of Prophet Muhammad's wife Isha for Muslims, but I am also the reincarnation of Goddess Radha for Hindus. And I am also the reincarnation of Joan of Arc for Christians mainly, but Jews and others as well, because Joan of Arc is a historical figure as well, and everybody knows about her too. Or well, most people would out there in the world. So, you know, these people, these men around Sadhguru, including Sadhguru's nephew, whatever they've been doing to me behind the scenes and are still doing to me, they're doing it to Goddess Radha. And that's what they need to realize at this point. Okay, Krishna wants to chime in too, because Krishna is here with me as well. So, Krishna is the same soul as Prophet Muhammad for Muslims. But, as I just said, he is the same soul as Krishna for Hindus. And he is also the same soul as Prophet Matthew from the Bible for Jews and Christians. And his spirit is here with me too. His Atma, his soul, his spirit, his Atma is here with me too. And he is Krishna for Hindus. So whatever Sadhguru's nephew has done, you know, trying to even take me out, kill me through death magic, and whatever, you know, these board members of Isha Foundation and these board members of Sadhguru has been doing towards me, they are doing it towards Krishna as well. They are doing it towards both of us, Goddess Radha and God Krishna. Radha and Krishna. Because we are Goddess Radha and God Krishna for Hindus. And that's what these people, these men around Sadhguru must realize now, whether they want to believe it or not. And then again, someone like a Shastri, he doesn't even know this kind of basic fact about a soul, spirit, or Atma. Then what kind of a Shastri are you? And what kind of knowledge have you got? Oh, I was also getting you're like a bookworm. So you've got more of a book knowledge. I see. So that's why you didn't even know this basic fact about soul, spirit, Atma that I just taught you. Yeah, I'm a teacher too. And I just taught you something about the soul, spirit, or Atma. Didn't I? I'm sure you did not know about that. And I'm being told by Kali Ma and planet Saturn that you did not know about that before I just told you about that, before I just taught you about that basic fact when it comes to the soul, spirit, or Atma. You didn't know. But now you know, because I've just taught you about that. I've just told you about that. Now you know. And if you're still going to deny it, then I don't know what kind of Shastri are you. And I don't know what kind of, knowledge you've got. As I said, I'm getting you're a bookworm, so you've got book knowledge. And that's all you've got. Well, when it comes to someone like me, when it comes to someone like Goddess Radha and God Krishna, book knowledge is not enough. And also, Shastris like you who only have book knowledge, you do not have my knowledge. You do not have our knowledge. The knowledge that only someone like Goddess Radha and God Krishna have access to. From the cosmos, from the universe, from Kali Ma, from planet Saturn, from the universe, from the cosmos. Only someone like me, meaning Goddess Radha for Hindus and God Krishna for Hindus, only someone like me and only someone like us would have access to that kind of universal knowledge and wisdom. And that's why I need to be sitting on Isha Foundation board, or I need to be the head of Isha Foundation, replacing Sadhguru, and not men like you, Mr. Shastri, and whoever else. I've already mentioned a few people in this video. It's like I'm having to clean up the mess at Isha Foundation, even from a distance like this. And I'm not even sitting on the board. And I'm not even the head of Isha Foundation. But I'm having to clean up the mess at Isha Foundation. Because that's what's happening here. Since Sadhguru cannot seem to do it himself, because he should be the one doing this. He should be the one cleaning up this mess at Isha Foundation, because he's the head of Isha Foundation right now. Right, I'm going to leave this one here, and we're going to leave this one here, meaning Kali Ma and planet Saturn are also here with me. So We're going to leave this one here. Take care. Stay safe. Over and out.